Hello, welcome back to my channel. Um, to all my viewers and subscribers who are out there, thanks for tuning in to my videos on my live streams. And I will also like to give a shout out to Azamario, um, Gaza Uncle, Sasha Ice, Up Movement TV, Jamaica Vibe Entertainment TV, Real Vibe TV, Elijah, and Trill, Hold It Down, Times Near. See you soon. So, in today's video, we're basically going to be talking about the advantages and disadvantages of quoting or pricing a job. Pricing a job can be very difficult, and it also can be very easy. But there are certain steps that I used to take when I first started pricing my jobs, and I've moved away from that, and I've found a solution to pricing a job that makes it very easy. So basically, you have many different ways of pricing a job. You can either drive to the job site and price the job, or you can either receive a set of drawings and go ahead and price the job out. The disadvantage of and the advantage of pricing a job when you go to the job site, you're basically seeing what's there, seeing what's in front of you, and you can go about pricing your job that way. But obviously, you have to know and have to have some type of knowledge to price that job accordingly, meaning that you could go to the job site and you can decide that you want to price this job, but there's many disadvantages of that, because if you don't have all of the information that you need to know to price the job, you might end up pricing the job wrong and might end up losing out on that project at the end of the job. So what I mean by that, there's a set of drawings that comes every time you do a job, and most of the time these drawings will have information on the drawing depending on if it's a big project or if it's a small project. You just have to know how to search for the information. And once you can search for the information, then you can pretty much price that job out accordingly. Also, you need to find out a little bit more details of what they're going to be purchasing as far as appliances, as far as what they're going to be installing when it comes to lighting, all of these key factors. Are they going to be installing smart switches? There's a whole lot when it comes to pricing the job. So every little key information that you can gather up does help when it comes to pricing the job. Unfortunately, if you have just started out, you're not really going to know how many coils of wires you need. Um, it's very hard to price a job, a big job, and not get it wrong the first time. A lot of people do get it right because they've been around for a long time, so they already know what they need and how they're going to go about to price this job. It's also very important when it comes to bigger cables to look at the drawing, look for your measurements, your runs. You walk around the job, you check to see which route is easier. You measure out your bigger cable and you go about it that way. When it comes to bigger cable, you want to make sure that you price it right because the bigger cable does cost a lot more money. It's a lot more expensive. And if you happen to be short on that cable, you're going to end up having to put a junction box, which is allowed by code. But depending on how far you've estimated that run and where the cut was, you might end up losing that wire or just having to put that wire on the side and save it for another job. Me, from my experience, what I do when it comes to pricing the job, when I first started out pricing jobs, I used to go to the job site and price the job like that. Sometimes you don't get the job, sometimes you get the job. It all depends on your quote. But also the other factor is you're basically wasting gas to drive to that location, knowing that you might get the job or you might not get the job. It's a hit or a miss most of the time, and so for that reason, when it comes to pricing a job, I usually price the job off of the drawings. I've been doing it this way for the last 3 years now. As far as I can remember, 3 to 4 years now. I've been pricing jobs off from the drawing. What do I mean by from the drawing? I will get the homeowner or the contractor to send me those drawings, and I would basically look through those drawings, look for any details that I need to find on that drawing before I even give a quote. If I have to look it over 1 or 2 times, if I'm too tired, I don't normally quote a job because I find when you're tired and you quote that job, you're going to end up messing up on that quote. So normally when I'm tired and someone is calling me to quote a job, I don't quote it right away. I don't quote jobs on the spot. A lot of people will want you to quote the job on the spot. I don't quote jobs on the spots because you can end up losing once you start to quote jobs on the spot. So I rather quote my jobs off of the drawing. I've been successful in quoting jobs off the drawing. Reason being is when it comes to coding and when it comes to electrical roughing, I know what I need to do inside of the home. I already know how much receptacles I'm going to have inside of that room once I look at the drawing and I look at my measurements. So for me, it's very simple and easy. I just take those drawings, I look at the rooms, I see what I need, I quote my material. I will quote my labor. It's fast, efficient. You're not burning gas to go here and there to basically code a job. Um, Most of the time, also, you will end up not getting that job because your quote was too high, and that happens when you give a quote on the spot. Is your quote end up being too high, and the client will end up going with someone else to seek the work with a cheaper price. However, when you lose that job, I wouldn't feel away because you never know, that person could have just shooted out a cheap price. Most of the time, that's what happens, and the client will end up calling you back saying that it didn't work out with the previous contractor because of certain um, reasons, which would be the person might have coded the job wrong, and after coding the job wrong and realize that they have made a mistake, they will try to put stuff in there to make up for the code that they have messed upon. So my from my knowledge and my experience of coding, the best way to do it is off the drawings. Now the drawings do have a lot of information on it when it comes to commercial commercial jobs. Commercial usually have a set of drawings that you can basically find a lot of information on that drawing. You can find the specs. You can find just about anything when it comes to your commercial projects. It will all be in there for you. You just have to know how to get to those spots on the drawing. For me, it's pretty simple. I learned it as an apprentice, and so when it comes to coding a job, a commercial job, it's very easy for me. Not just commercial, but residential. I basically go take those drawings. I look for what I need. I will look over those drawings. I will look over every page that I need to look over. I will look for the vital information that's given on the drawing, and I try not to skip a beat. Obviously, you don't want to skip a beat when it comes to a commercial job. Reason being is the material is a lot more expensive when it comes to commercial, and everything becomes pricey opposed to residential. So for commercial, I try not to screw up on my codings. I'm very particular of what I do when I'm coding a job, especially commercial. I need to find out all the details. If there's a set of drawings that's given to me and it doesn't look right, I question it. I will ask the information that I think I need to ask. Also, what ends up happening too is a lot of people will quote the job and will not say on that quote that this is just a quote for the work that I've quoted you for. Anything else after this is extra. So normally, what happens is when you quote the job and you give the client the contract for coding that project, specific work that they ask for, what will happen is sometimes the client will end up coming back and want to add some other stuff on there. And if you haven't specified in that code that hey, this is the quote that I gave you. Anything on the anything after is extra, then it's going to be a hassle to try to resolve it. So for this reason, when I quote my jobs and I'm finishing coding, I always leave a little note at the bottom where it says, this is the price for what we've discussed. Uh, I also lay out everything on that quote. A lot of people, they get mad the way I do it, but sometimes I do it to protect myself. It, it's all about protecting yourself when it comes to coding a job. The person might not like how you lay out your quotes, but at the end of the day, you're trying to protect yourself and be safe, as if and be safe when it comes to the extras, because the extras will start to pile up and pile up. And once those extras starts to pile up and pile up, you're now on the other side saying to yourself, well, do I go to the homeowner or the contractor to try to fix this quote that I gave, but I didn't specify that anything else after is extra? So that's what you will run into. So for this reason, I most all the time I will put a note on that paper, that invoice that I've issued, saying, hey, this is the quote, this is the work we've discussed. Anything else after, you're going to be anything else after, you will be paying for it. And once they say they're okay with it, then you proceed with the extras. Also, I never proceed with extras until it's a go, because what will end up happening sometimes is you will go ahead and do those extras and you will get ahead of your time of your you'll get ahead of your self, not knowing that hey, you might not get paid those extras once it's time to get paid. So I personally do not go ahead and do those extras until they're signed off. And I also try not to touch extras until the original job is finished. That way, there's no confusion. Once the original jobs are done, then I usually will start my extras. Um, my extras, when it comes to extras, I will ask for the payment up front. Reason being is because sometimes you might do the extras and you might end up, like I said, collecting, not collecting what you need to collect from those extras. It's very hard. It's very hard to know what you can and can't do, or what you will receive once you've done those extras. But like I said, if you go about it the proper way, you shouldn't have any issues. This is my advice to when doing the extras and when trying to provide a quote to someone. Um, Never try to rush your quotes. I find when you rush your quotes, it it screws you up. A lot of times, if I have a quote to quote, a job to quote, sometimes I wouldn't touch that quote for maybe 4 days. And once my head is cleared, I will go back and I will quote that job. Also, when it comes to coding your projects, always make sure that you find out what's the price for the latest material. That's something that I always do before I code a job. I always find out what the price of the material is, and how much the change in price, if the material has gone up or if the material has stayed the same. A lot of times the material are the same price. A lot of times you can source out your material to different suppliers, and you might end up getting the material a little bit cheaper than what you quoted. So a lot of times is good to call around and see which supplier has the material cheaper. Most of the time when like I said, most of the time when I'm starting a new job and I'm given that quote, I do not quote that job also without finding out the prices of the material and if it has changed, how much did it go up by? Is there a big difference? Because you think about it, even if you're losing $1 off of every material, you might end up losing probably around, depending on how much material you're getting, $300 to $400, which does add up to a lot at the end of the job. It could have been your gas money that you have now basically dipped into because of the not double checking the price at the supplier. So, like I said, a lot of times it all depends on how you go about coding the job. Also, for all those who are out there listening, you guys can drop a chat in the chat room. You can also like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay up to date to the content. Do I like? So the question is, do I like driving to the job site in order to secure a job? I would say when I started out, um, I found that there wasn't an issue, but as you go and you get smarter and wiser, you start to realize that it's not all worth it to waste your gas. Obviously, you can quote a job and quote them the price, put the price in it as a quote of you traveling to a certain distance. You can put it in the price, but in these days and age, a lot of people, the smaller companies who are competing against other electrical contractors will give a quote and not um, charge for giving a quote. You can, but you risk the chance of not securing that job. Do I do I like driving an hour away to code a job? Um, no, I don't like driving an hour away to code a job. I rather stay in the comfort of where I live. And okay, Sasha Ice, no problem, no problem. Uh, do your thing, do your thing. Thank you for checking in, Sasha Ice. So um, a lot of times, I don't want to drive to the job site simply because, for one, there's a lot of competitors out there who are also coding the job and who will also go drastically lower than I will. And for that reason, I've had to change my thoughts of mine on how I go about coding jobs. So this is my simple solution that I came up with, and it's like I said, getting those drawings um, by any means. Up, Gaza Libra. Good night, Gaza Libra. Thank you for just popping in. Um, I'm basically talking about the disadvantages and the advantages of coding a job. So, like I was saying, most of the time I don't want to quote the job. I don't want to go to the job and quote the job. I just want to stay in the comfort of my home and receive those drawings and go about coding my job that way. It's been working for me for about 4 years now, um, and sometimes I will find that when I do go to a new job to code a job, I will get rushed, try to be rushed into coding these jobs. So, like I said, I don't quote the job on the spot. Um, a lot of contractors will get mad with me for that, but I don't quote the job on the spot because it's a big hit and miss for you. Yes, Gaza Libra. I'm just yes. So I basically explaining that I don't normally quote jobs. I don't drive to the job site to quote jobs. I normally stay at home. I will have them send those drawings over to me, and I would basically quote those jobs like that. Obviously, it comes with a lot of knowledge and experience of coding to know what you're looking for and what not to look for in order to be successful. So I have done this for about 4 years now, where I have coded off the drawings, and like I said, I don't do it on the spot, and a lot of contractors will get upset, or even maybe a homeowner. For instance, today I was working away on one project, and the homeowner wanted some more work done, and I simply said to him, "Okay, well, you give me the information that you have to provide for me to give you the quote, and I will send you the quote later." It doesn't mean that I'm going to send it to him today. It could be that I will send that quote to him in 2 days after I've cleared my mind. And obviously, working away for a full day, um, your mind is going to be not there, so you might miss something. So I don't rush into coding jobs either. I don't let people rush me. Uh, it's very important to not be rushed. Um, every dollar adds up if you somehow screw up on that code. Almost every job is going to have extras also, and with extras, it means that it's going to be more material that you have to spend out of your pocket. So just keep in mind every job will be an extra on it, and extra includes your time and material, right? You know, if you spend an hour on that one extra job, you've now gained extra money, but also you also have to purchase the material. So a lot of times, what happens is some people will get it wrong, basically because they're too into just getting these extras done. Extra work is called Gaza Liber, if you're still there. A lot of people will end up getting the work done, but forget to actually give the quote for the material, and that's where you'll end up losing. Now, when it comes to, like I said, for all those who are checking in, I'm basically talking about, you see the topic on the headline. It's disadvantages and advantages of coding a job. And like I was saying before, you can code a job from the comfort of your home um, with those drawings. Once you're familiar with the drawings, once you know the layout of the room, once you gather up enough information that you need to gather up to quote the job. So basically, that's the topic for today that I'm discussing. And for all those who've missed it, you can go back and check the live, and you can replay the live and have a better understanding of what I was discussing today about coding jobs. Um, there's a lot of factors when it comes to that, and I believe that a lot of people tend to ignore those key factors. Also, you will find that a lot of successful business people who are very successful in life, they take the time out to quote the job, and they go about it their way that's been working for years. It's also very important to understand to never try to derail from what you have going for you when it comes to pricing a job. The moment you go away from that, you've now broken the trend that you had, and you're now trying to achieve something else that you don't know if it's going to work. So I always try to stick with one thing, and I basically follow the pattern. So I'm going to switch the topic, and I'm going to switch it to how does an apprentice survive in the world of electrical. Um, Basically, an apprentice can survive once they've got their mind made up on the any trade that they take. Um, they can be very successful in the trade once they understand the simple basic steps of surviving in the trade. Survival in the trade is basically finding that one journeyman that will have that understanding with you and that bond with you, and will be able to take care of you and take you to the next level that you need to go. Apprentices out there, you can learn a lot from a journeyman. You can learn a lot from a foreman. You can also learn a lot from businessmen who are running their own company, and you're working alongside them. It's a double advantage of learning the business aspect and the trade aspect of the trade. Apprentices, you can do just about anything that you put your hands on to do. The trade is not by far hard. You just need to pay attention and be willing to go out there and get what is yours. Once you found that journeyman that's willing to train you the way that you should be trained. Technically, if you're in a Red Seal program, then you have to have the proper training in order to be successful. What is a Red Seal program? A Red Seal program is basically you can go anywhere in Canada and work with that Red Seal ticket that you would have done with your company. Um, you can also, I believe, sometimes go to the states to work, depending on the company or whoever you're working for. So a Red Seal program is the top of the line um, to try to get into. It's um, it's a very good program because you've now separated yourself from the rest of people, where you can now go to other places and work. You might have to up up movement TV. Just decide to pop in a live. You guys boosted my spirit yesterday, and I've been talking away for 40 minutes now. I think Sasha Ice went to she checked in, but I believe she was kind of busy. She said, and she will check back in a little bit later. So yeah, I'm doing a live today. You know, you guys boosted my spirit, and I'm in my comfort zone of my place, and so I decided to try it out again and see if it was for real or if it was fake. But I've been talking away for 40 minutes now, and you know, I guess it's for real. You know, I've cracked that code of the jitters. You know, so maybe it's I'm moving up there when it comes to chatting away, like you know, guys are uncle solo. You know, um, obviously. Um, Gaza Libra checked in, and I'm not sure she's still here. Yeah, I came in, and I didn't get chance to check um, my videos nor anything today because I was working far and the snow happened to pop in today with the ice. So I didn't get time to check anything or do any real videos. So I got in and I decided to go live, to see how it goes again. Gaza Liber, I believe she checked in, but I don't know if she's still in the chat room. She might have just popped in to say hi. I'm not sure. Um, so basically, what I was discussing earlier was the pros and the cons of pricing a job from your homes or going to the job site. And what I was saying is, at Movement TV, that if you're good enough to price a job, you can price that job from the comfort of your home without having to burn some gas to go to another job. Yeah, so I was basically discussing the advantages and disadvantages of pricing a job from. You can either price a job from your home with the drawings that's provided to you, or you can either go to the job and price the job. But also keep in mind, that sometimes you go to price a job and you might end up not getting that job. So it might be a kind of discouraged to you when it's all said and done. So for me, for the last 5 years, I price a job from the drawings. Um, I never go to the job. I will go to the job and check around whatever, but I will essentially use those drawings to price my job. And it's been working for the last 4 years for me. So that's the way I've been pricing my jobs, and I've stick to it. Yeah, yeah, yes. Movement TV. I can do that, man. I can. Movement TV. Once you put your mind to anything, and you figure out how to do it, it's simply very easy to do it. All I basically do is request those drawings, and I obviously know what I need to look for on the drawings. Obviously, when it's commercial, when it's residential, it's a lot easier. There's not a whole lot to get involved in. Um, so it's a lot easier in residential to actually price the job of the drawings, um, you obviously will know what you need to put inside the place. Um, but when it comes to commercial, it's a little bit harder. It's not hard. It's you can achieve it. You just have a lot more drawings when it comes to commercial to search through and look for information. But yes, that's what I do basically. I will price the job um, from the comfort of my home with those drawings, or I will have them basically send it to my phone or my email, and I will open it in and basically look at it, and I will price the job like that. Um, Reason I do it is because I've found that when it comes to pricing jobs and going to job to price, there's a lot of times that you're not going to get that job. Um, if you happen to price about 5 jobs, you might probably only get 2 jobs. Sometimes you might not get none. Yes, yes, up movement. It's something that I've learned to do, and I've stuck beside it, and it's work. Obviously, it takes a lot of time, and it takes a little bit of understanding the layout and what you're putting inside those rooms in order to be able to do it. It also takes, a lot of times I will remember the prices of the material. So a lot of times I don't need to check back and forth with the supplier. However, if it's a big cable of some sort, suppliers do change prices. Also, if it's a big panel or electrical panel or electrical meter base or the electrical disconnect, um, the prices will be very different. So those things I normally will check the supplier before I even quote the job. So there's a lot of stuff involved in it when it comes to coding the job, because you also have to get the material aspect of it right. And if you don't get the material of it right, then you've screwed yourself up drastically by coding that job and missing the key factors of it, which is the material. Um, Also, a lot of times I try not to lose on the material because the material is vital. If I happen to lose maybe $200-300 on labor, that's fine. But the material, I never want to lose on the material, because it's you who's going to end up paying out of your pocket, and the material does add up to a lot of money. So that's how I quote my jobs. I've been successful at it, and I don't uh, I haven't stopped the trend from coding the jobs that way. Um, you know, it's very easy also for us to get it wrong um, when it comes to coding. Yeah, yes, yes. Material is definitely expensive. In anything that you get, material is expensive. But when it mainly come to electrical, um, material can be pricey depending on what you're getting. So like I said, I don't really want to lose on the material aspect of it. I I rather lose on the labor, and instead of taking the loss on the material. And also, as you know, since COVID, the material has gone up drastically. So that's another thing that I take into I take factor into. I always think about is the material has gone up since the COVID. Um, we used to get material pretty cheap, and now that the COVID came and passed, the material has gone up and it hasn't really gone back down since, depending on certain things that you're getting, obviously. So for that reason, yeah, bro. Oh yes, movement TV. Yeah, it's true. And a lot of clients, they don't. Clients are sometimes, I would say, the contractor who's subbing the job out to the electrical contractor. They don't realize that the material has risen drastically when it comes time to quote that job, right? So it's um, it's either a hit or a miss for some people, but for me, I don't make it a hit or miss. I try to hit it right the first time. Um, and like I was saying before, Movement TV, I don't code a job when I'm tired. Um, Normally, I will code a job once my mind is free and clear of that 8 hours that I've done of work during that day. So I never will code a job the same day. Try not to, and I don't code a job on the spot. And that's another factor that we will run into is going to code a job or going to look at a job and being asked to give the code right away. And the downfall with that is that when you give that code on the spot, you can end up losing drastically while giving that quote on the spot. Um, why I say that is your headspace is not clear. Um, Most of the time when you go to a job to code it, your head is not there. You're in some other world. It's called, and you now basically um, gotten away from the rhythm that you had before, and you can end up now just coding that job all around. Um, I've had people that's gotten mad with me because I didn't code the job on the spot, and I've simply explained to them, hey, these are my rules, and this is what I follow, and I don't quote jobs on the spot. Yes, Uma TV is it's the headspace has to be there. Um, and I was also saying earlier, the job where I was working today, the customer wanted me to give a quote for certain things, and I did not quote the job on the spot. I simply said to him, "Okay, just tell me what you need done. Text it to me, and when I get a chance, I will look over it and I will send you a quote." Most of the time, I wait 2 3 days before I send the quote. Um, and after a long day working away, I'm bound to screw up somewhere when I give that quote. So I never. That's one of the reasons why I don't quote on the spot. Um, um, I mean, if you have happen to respect me enough to give me the job to work at your home, then I believe that a little bit of respect should be given when it comes to me not giving that quote on the spot. Just let me go home, clear my head, think about what I need to do, what material I have to get. Material might not be the same. I might happen to give you a quote, and the material might end up being $300 more, and for that reason, I'm going to end up losing. And up movement TV, it's going to look weird for someone to give a quote knowing that you've messed up on that quote, and to try to go back to the customer and say, hey, listen, I've screwed up on the quote, and I screwed up by $300 or $400 or even $1,000, and you're going to probably hear from the client, that's your problem, which is totally true. But if the client sometimes is understandable, they will reason with you and say, okay, you know what, I'm going to reason with him because he's an honest person. So there are disadvantages, and advantages, of when it comes to coding. But like I said, I don't like to do it on the spot. It's very you know you stand a chance of losing big time. So when you've been working for a while and you've got about let's say about 4 years of experience, you will learn to quote the job properly, and it will come natural to you as everyday routine that you do in your life. So um, it's very hard for some people to be able to just quote the job like that. Um, for me, it's been a blessing. Um, Obviously, sometimes you can end up doing a I think what it's called, it's called a material overtake. I think that's the word they call it. I don't remember quite well. What that means is sometimes you can add an extra 5% on top of that material list that you've provided to 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 cover yourself in case of screwing up. But you don't always want to depend on that because, like I said, if it's $5,000 in material that you end up losing, it's quite a bit. So you don't really want to lose out on that and depend on the 5% that you're supposed to take back. Take back, they call it 5% take back. I think for material, I think that's the term they use. I don't I don't remember. I'll have to Google it. Yeah. No, go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. Up movement TV. I'm just chatting away, and um, but yeah, thanks for checking in. I know it's kind of hard to drive on text, but do your thing, be safe. I'm just chatting away as I've gotten the confidence now to sit down and you know go over an hour right now. So um, don't say a word. It's I know mad respect for checking in. And well appreciated. Just be safe. When you're driving out there. Um, so I'm going to jump back into apprentices. So apprentices are they're the future of our trade, and they should be. Yeah. Big up, Movement TV. Yeah, I know you're listening. Thank you for that. Um, Apprentices are the future of today, and they should be taken care of as in terms of trying to make sure that they reach their goal however we can. Um, it's not a race to the finish, but it's all about trying to gain the knowledge that you can from your licensed contractor or your licensed electrician, or better known as journeyman. It's always wise to try to get as much knowledge as you can from the person who is over you. Okay, Sasha Ice. Okay. Up Movement TV said he's driving. Um, so basically chatting away here, Sasha Ice. I'm just talking about apprentices and no life up movement TV. No, he's just leaving work. He said so. I don't know if he's listening. So he might type in once he sees you here. He might type in. He is listening. But he's just finished work. He said, and it's kind of noisy where he's at. Um, so apprentices are basically the future of our everyday world, whether it be plumbing, electrical, drywall, carpentry. Um, there's a whole lot more of apprentices, woodworking. The list goes on and on. Um, Apprentices, life can be very easy for them um, once they basically travel down the path of listening to the journeyman. I know sometimes for apprentices, they might think that it's annoying to have someone else um, tell you what to do or try to guide you. We're not trying to, in no means, take advantage of you guys. We're just trying to make sure that you get the proper knowledge that you need in order to continue in the trade. Electrical is very dangerous. For that reason, there's a lot of knowledge to be learned about it from your journeyman or your licensed contractor. They will guide you in the right along the right path to make sure you get the proper training. So a lot of times it's not about how fast you can get there, but how you get there and how you were trained. What I mean by that is you can encounter a lot of licensed electrician or electrical contractors who have a lot of knowledge of the trade, and sometimes we just want to be able to pass that knowledge down to someone who's willing to take that knowledge and apply it in the best way that they can. Uh, you know, not take advantage of that knowledge, and make sure that when you use when you have gained that knowledge, that you use the knowledge that you have gained accordingly, in order to survive in the trade. Um, why I say that is because there is a lot of accidents that can happen, and for this reason, you're trained by the proper person who's competent enough to train you, who was also in the same state that you were, the same level that you're at, who knows the struggles and how to get through it, then you will
Yvonne Turton, +1.
you will be fine. There's no need to worry about not making it. You just have to put in the work, do the schooling, and show up every day. Make sure that you're on time every day, and you will be successful like your journeyman. It's baby steps, but that's how I got there, and that's how all of us got there. Baby steps. We don't do it overnight. Apprenticeship is about 5 years of studying, so there's no jump in the line. You have to do the 5 year apprenticeship, 4.5, 5 year apprenticeship, depending on how fast you do it. There's no jump in the line. There's a lot to learn, and you can end up being good at what you've learned, and be able to leave the job at the end of the day, and know that you've made it safe. Um, it's also all about safety, apprentices. Never forget that. Um, don't miss a beat when it comes to safety. It could be, you know, proper gear when working live. It could be working off a ladder. Accidents do happen. Um, if you're on that ladder, make sure you're not standing on the top. Always try not to fool around with ladders. Ladders is the number one cause of death. Um, Back when I checked it out, um, it is the leading cause of death for people not knowing how to use a ladder. So it's very important. When it comes to electrical, you also have to think about the safety aspect of it also, and safety could be anything from, like I said, ladder to using your drill, um, to cutting a hole, making sure that there's no holes in the floor that you're going to walk in and fall in. So it's all about safety also on the job. Um, don't be cocky, just have a level head, and your journeyman will have a liking to you, and he will make sure that at the end of the day, you reach your destination of completing your apprenticeship. Once you got that bond with your journeyman, um, you guys are pretty much bonded for life, and he will see you through. Why I say that is because I also took that path, and I was able to have a bond with a couple journeymen through my lifetime of working. But there was one particular journeyman that I worked with, and he taught me a lot. And yes, he was hard on me, but sometimes you just have to man up and take the you know take it like a man, and you know be willing to learn, knowing that that journeyman just wants what's right for you, and he wants to make sure that you've made it. So think about it. If you have a journeyman and you working with him for about 4 years, then you would know that that journeyman have a liking for you, pretty much, to be able to work with him for that long. He obviously liked the work that you've done, and he obviously liked that you're able to show up on time, and you're able to do what's necessary when it comes to working away. So when you find that you have a journeyman like that, or a licensed contractor, or even a um, better known as el- electrician, always remember that if they didn't have the liking for you, then you wouldn't be working with them for that long. So try to stay at ease when working. Have a open mind to the work that you're doing. Be aware of all surroundings. Um, don't give up in life or in the trade. I know a lot of times apprentices, they come through the system, and they just, for some reason, after 4 years of working and only another year to go, they give up. Um, doesn't make sense to waste 4 years of an apprenticeship, and then just before you're finished, you just decide to give up on your goal. Right? Yeah, Sasha Ice is true. I've seen a lot of kids in my time. They've basically given up. Sometimes they're right there to their goal, and for some reason they just give up. You know, and you don't really understand the reason why. Obviously, could be many reasons, but for me, if you're right there and you've got a year left to go, then it's wise to just to stick it out and continue to the end. Obviously, no red seal program is easy. The training is completely different, um, and it's a struggle sometimes, right? Some guys, they don't have to really study when they go to class. Some guys, they just get A's. So it all depends on the individual, um, right? All depends on the individual. But for me, it was pretty straightforward. Um, just being able to stay on the right path and follow proper instructions that are given out to you. Sometimes you might have to double check with the journeyman on the instructions, but it's better to ask twice than to ask once and you do the wrong thing. That's what I believe in, and I've always believed in that. Don't care how many times you have to answer a question, just answer to make sure that you are on the right path of doing the job properly. Um, like I say, life is easy for apprentices. They just need to follow through with the knowledge that that's being passed down to them. Um, every apprentice is going to have it rough. There is no easy path to it. All I can say is at the end of the day, you're just trying to achieve a goal, and that goal is to be able to get to your destination of becoming a licensed electrical contractor one day or licensed journeyman one day. Obviously, once you have achieved your goals of becoming a licensed electrician, you've passed all your courses, you've passed your CFQ is called. You can now think of you know running your own business after. You don't necessarily have to stay and work for someone. You can also go on your own and try to be successful that way. It's not a hit or miss when it comes to running a business. It's basically planning, having a having a strategy, um, planned it out accordingly. Obviously, anyone who's going to want to run their business, um, they're going to plan it out. They're not just going to get up one day and do it. It doesn't work like that. You have to plan it, sit down, think about it, the pros and cons of it, um, the times where you need to survive. You have to think about all of those things. So when it comes to getting your license, um, electrical ticket, we call it your CFQ, we call it here in Canada. Um, it means you've now stepped up to the level of a licensed electrician. It opens up a lot of doors for you. Um, you don't necessarily have to stay on the job and work. You can become a teacher. Um, you can you can become an inspector after a certain amount of years, but I think you need your master's first. I'll have to check into it. I'm not 100%. I don't remember, but there's so many Yeah, socialize. There's so many different opportunities for electrical. The field is very um, open to a lot of different stuff. You don't necessarily have to continue as a, you can keep your ticket, have your ticket. Once you have your ticket, you have it. You will never lose it. You just have to keep renewing it. But there's so many different opportunities out there. Um, once you've gotten, I don't know about the other trades out there, but I do know about when it comes to electricians. There's a lot of different um, there's a lot of different routes that we can take in order to be successful. So, achieving the license is very important because it opens up a lot more for you in terms of making it in other different areas of the field. You just have to be sometimes have your head on. Like I say, you can teach, you can be an inspector, you can run your own business. There's a lot you can design drawings if you want, because we do have that knowledge. Um, so there's a lot of different things that we can do when it comes to electrical and taking a different path. So a lot of people are not aware of that when it comes to the apprentices. They're not aware of that. So sometimes maybe that's what turns them off. They're not aware of the actual fact that they can turn around and do something else, um, another path of some sort. Um, no one probably hasn't informed them, right? I would say me myself as an electrician, I didn't know these things. I always thought that I can just be a journeyman working away. I never once imagined I will be running my own business. It never came to my head, and I didn't think it's possible. But as you as you get closer to the end of your apprenticeship, you start to explore and think about going in different routes. Um, so that's when you start to gather information about what you can do and what you can't do, basically. So um, it's not a trade that it's a very knowledgeable trade. Um, but for someone to get into it, they have to. It's very important for them to come out into the trade straight out of high school. Um, straight out of high school. I believe in some. I know here in Canada, you can take a co-op of which trade you want to basically go into, and then you can simply find a contractor who will hire you. So it's set in place for a lot of apprentices to succeed. They just need to act on it, and they're probably not aware of the process of how it works. So it's very simple. Straight out of high school, um, get a trade, get electrical trade, and your brains are fresh right out of high school, and that's the time where you're more than likely to succeed. Um, so again, the trade is very it's very easy once you've mastered it. Once you've had the proper training. Um, once you've had the proper training, it's very simple, you know. And so I'm going to stay on the live for maybe another 20 minutes, but I'm going to jump into the disadvantages of using aluminum and copper. Um, it's just a short topic, and then I will sign off. As I'm now on the live for an hour and 26 minutes and 22 seconds. So I want to thank Sasha Ice for giving me an Up Movement TV, for giving me the strength last night um, to be able to find my comfort zone on here and to be able to talk for a long period of time now without even um, getting tired. And yes, Movement TV. I was saying that I'm going to jump into another topic, but I was also thanking Movement TV and Sasha Ice on here for an hour and 27 minutes and 11 seconds, 13 seconds, 14 seconds. And I've I really appreciate you guys being here to give me the strength to be able to just carry on right now and um, chat away. So I appreciate um, you guys giving me that strength that I so needed to be able to sit and just chat away. Um, my journey as a apprentice, I started back in 2005. I started my journey as an apprentice in 2005, and 4.5 years later, I got my license. So I started it in 2005. 2005, my daughter was just born. So um, yes, that's when I started my apprenticeship, pretty much back in 2005. Um, so now it's we're going into the we're going into 25. So I'm pushing the 20-year mark of being in the trade. So 2005. Um, so it's been a very long time. Yeah, movement TV. I know. I'm moving like a professional. Yeah, it's just the strength. To as you can see, like my channel is just going and going right now. So every time I look, there's people subscribing. So I have to gain the strength, you know, to just be able to come and talk, right? So obviously they're subscribing for a reason, So I somehow I had to do it. I didn't know I was going to do it last night, but I needed to crack out of it. Um, so I've finally cracked out of it. Finally found my comfort zone, and that's all I needed. And yeah, um, I'm good to go now. Which we're just waiting on you to make that move now. And be able to just go do your life and you know do it for a good hour, and that way you feel comfortable. Or you can do a couple 20 minutes here and there. You know, um, and you get used to it. People listening and viewing it. Okay, okay. I can't really see the count. I don't know how many people are listening. I'm not really sure. Um, but I was going to. Yeah, I don't know how many people are listening, or I know there's people listening. Like I said, but I guess when they feel time is right to come into the chat, um, they will. I'm not going to force them. Um, when the time's right, they'll come and they'll chat away. They probably want to get used to me. So um, they say it's best to come and do the live when you have a lot of subscribers, and to get them, to create a bond with them. So that's what I'm doing right now. So basically, I'm going to so jump into this is basically the last. When the time's right, they will come. No rush. I know they're listening, and I appreciate everyone that tunes into my content. Obviously, it's something that a lot of people want to you know hear about and are interested in. So um, I'm going to jump into this topic, and then I believe Uncle might be going live soon. I don't know. I haven't seen the thumbnail up yet. Um, but my last topic is basically aluminum and copper. Um, so the disadvantages of aluminum and copper. Um, Basically, these day and age, in today's world right now, we use aluminum and copper. Most of the wiring that are used in the homes right now is copper, and a lot of times the aluminum that we will use is basically for the service runs. As you can see, the house where I'm working right now, uh, I've used aluminum because I am allowed to use it for the service. It's in the code book. So whatever is in the code book, if someone tries to tell me otherwise, they have to show me a new up-to-date code book that tells me that I cannot use aluminum on a service run. Otherwise, my code book is like my Bible to to a lot of people, meaning that I refer to that code book for my rules, and I follow those rules. It's just laid out like a Bible. You know, they're well, not like a Bible. Sorry, um, like a lawyer's book of some sort, where there's rules and stuff in there that we have to abide by. So aluminum, basically the advantage of running aluminum is that it is cheaper in price, way cheaper in price, and with today's technology, with the new aluminum, there is no risk involved in using it. It works the same as copper. when it comes to certain things, but copper is the number one go-to um, wire that a lot of people like to use. However, if you're doing a big service job like I just did, which I turned around and I use aluminum for my service, it's way cheaper compared to the copper that I would have used. If it was copper, it would have been maybe $4,000 to $5,000 more in just wire alone. That's how much the copper cost is when it comes to the service for bigger wire. Um, there's no real disadvantage of using it because it's newer, um, it's cheaper, it gets the job done the same way as the copper. Um, However, um, the disadvantages of aluminum is disadvantage of aluminum is when it comes to older homes. Um, a lot of companies do not want to insure that home um, when it comes to aluminum or Northern tube. It's called. A lot of people do not want to. A lot of people are not able to get insured unless they take the proper procedures to have that wiring done properly. Reason why I say that is because copper works better. Um, Copper is way better than aluminum, but aluminum for some reason I believe it's a fire hazard, and so for this reason, when a lot of people are going to, yeah, Sasha Ice, it can cause problems. Um, so what happens is when a lot of homeowners are going to purchase a house, and that house happened to have gotten inspected, and it ends up being aluminum, and they want to have the home insured, the insurance will either tell them to have a licensed contractor to come in and pretty much fix that issue, or there is the chance of not getting insured. Um, a lot of insurance companies tend to try to go the other way unless you've happened to gotten that place inspected, and you happen to have your aluminum fixed. It can be fixed. You just have to pay some money out of your pocket to the licensed contractor to pull a permit and to come in and fix your aluminum and make it safe and proper for your home. Um, so a lot of people, like I say, homeowners, they're not aware of that when they purchase their home, and they end up having the aluminum inside the home. I remember I did a couple of jobs like that before, and it was a newly purchased house, and the client, he wanted to get some insurance, and the insurance company simply told him, you have to have this house properly wired, properly done in order to get your insurance. Doesn't mean that you have to rewire the whole house. There's obviously tricks um, that we as licensed contractors um, know what to do in order to make you be able to have your insurance at the end of the day. So that's the um, that's the disadvantage of having aluminum, which is not the service cable, but it's actually the branch circuit. And when I say branch circuit, it's the actual circuits that you're running individually throughout the house that they want to have fixed, um, because it's a fire hazard to them. Um, so for this reason, they want to have it fixed. Um, Also, I know that because I've fixed a couple homes before like that. Up, Orlando Fairweather, thanks for checking in, brother. First time seeing you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm basically talking about, well, you would have missed the whole life, but I'm just concluding it with the aluminum versus copper, um, the disadvantages and the advantages of it. And basically, what I just said was that the advantage of using the advantage of using copper is pretty much um, the advantages of using copper is good. Um, the advantages of using aluminum is also good, but for homeowners, it can be a nuisance, meaning that they're risk the chance of not having insurance being approved when it comes to aluminum, or sometimes there's the knob and tube that are run in the homes of 50 years and plus. Those are the disadvantages. Reason being is they're fire hazards, and everything is hooked up on everything, and it's a big headache for homeowners. And I've encountered this on numerous times. Two times I've done a job like this where I've had to go in and fix up the homeowner's place in order for them to be able to get the certificate that they need, which is basically going in and do what I do, and knowing what I know, to be able to take care of that aluminum in a certain way in order for them to have the insurance. Um, like I said, the aluminum is cheaper, way cheaper. Um, but as far as aluminum, I tend to only use it on a service job, um, on a service upgrade. I don't use it in any aspect other than service upgrades. When it comes to using aluminum on a pool wiring, you're not allowed to. It has to be strictly copper. Same thing for generators. It has to be strictly copper, and the reason for this is copper is stronger and it works better when it comes to dealing with your motors. So, you know, as we all know, if you didn't know, hot tubs have a motor inside of it. Um, Generator, um, you know, these things all have backup generator. They all have motors. So copper goes better with motors, and it sustains the beating of the electrical. So for this reason, we use a lot of copper wiring, and in the code book, it also states that you're not allowed to use aluminum wiring when it comes to the wiring of certain units. You're just not allowed to use it. It's a no-no. So I don't attempt to use it anywhere else but for a service. That's the only time I will use it. When it comes to EV chargers and those things, I don't use aluminum, always copper. Um, you get the best bang for your money. Like I said, copper is a lot more expensive. As we all know, copper, the copper out there is filled of money, and it's way more than aluminum. It's pricey. Um, you pay for what you get, right? Not saying there's anything wrong with aluminum. Today's in today's world, the aluminum is much better than it was years ago. Um, Obviously, for that reason, yeah, Up Movement TV, it's way more expensive, man, than anything else. Like I was saying, the job I'm doing, I provided aluminum for the service, which I'm allowed to. If I had used copper, it would have probably doubled or tripled the price that I paid for the aluminum cable, because the bigger the cable, the more money you pay, and that cable is pretty big. So the customer would have ended up paying a lot more. But again, that's where I was saying before. Yeah, yeah, no, no worries, Orlando Freeweather. I'm locking off soon. I'm just closing it up, but big up and blessing. Thank you for checking in, and yeah, yeah, do your thing. So, like I was saying, copper is very, very expensive, and it can be used, but you know, try not to try to use it in certain aspects of what. Try to be aware of when you're using it, and the time that it's needed for to be used. So I'm going to. I'm not sure. Up movement. I was just reading a comment. You know, sometimes the comments that comes through um, the notification. Sometimes I don't understand them. You know, so I was just off track there. Of I guess someone watched the video and they commented on it. So I was trying to figure out what they meant. Um, so like I was saying, copper. Um, it's pretty expensive. So it's coming up to, like I say, almost 2 hours. And, um, so to be able to chat away for 2 hours is mind blowing right now. Never thought I'd be able to do it, but I guess I've overcome my hurdle, my obstacle, and so yes, again. So like I was saying, that's basically the challenges that the homeowner faces today when they purchase the new home. Sorry, older home with aluminum inside of it. Um, Insurance are more iffy about giving out that insurance paper, and they want to have it fixed. So, for all you homeowners out there who have this issue and who run into this issue, it can be fixed. Um, just reach out to a licensed contractor, and there's always ways of fixing stuff from the code book where you can, you know, have your insurance. Reason why I also brought this up today is because of the one home where I was at today. Um, the homeowner have aluminum, and I had to pretty much explain to him the process of how to go about it, which he wasn't aware of, and he was pretty content of the information that I passed on to him. And from that information that I passed on to him, um, he basically asked me to give him a quote. Um, so, again, the little information that you give to the on my life, I was saying last night, the information that you give out to someone else doesn't necessarily mean that you have um, lost out on information that you've given that person. You've just basically made them aware and of the situation, and you've also gained um, someone who can trust you and believe in what you say to them. So it does go a long way when you're honest with the person. You try not to hold back things from them. Um, they will see you as someone that they can trust, and you can basically gain some work from being very honest and straightforward and letting them know, hey, listen, this is how it works. Um, if you need to have your certain paperwork. This is what you need to do in order to get it. And no, I have an apprentice, Sasha. I have an apprentice that works with me. He's a registered apprentice with me. I've had him for 4 years now, right out of high school. So um, before before back when I first became licensed, I rather work on my own, um, because I wasn't ready to mentor someone else. I wasn't ready at all when I became licensed. It wasn't for me then. Um, but as I've gotten older and as I've um, you know started to run my own business, um, I've gained the knowledge. I've gained that aspect of being able to teach someone what the knowledge that I have, and to be able to pass it down to that person. I can't take it with me, so I can pass it on to someone else. So yes, I do have an apprentice that works with me. Um, he's been with me for almost 3 to 4 years now. Um, so I mean, and the disadvantages of working alone also is that sometimes, you're working alone and something might happen to you on the job, and you might be there alone and no one really knows what happened. So that's the disadvantages of working alone on a job site, where something can just drastically happen, and you're just left there on the job, and you know um, no one knows you were there by the time they get to you. So I've also came to realize that having someone with you is better. Obviously, um, I I rather have my apprentice. I do have other journeymans that I know, um, but for whatever reason, um, I only call certain people, because I don't trust everyone's work. So I'm very particular of who works with me, and the fact of the matter is that um, you might hire someone to come to work for you, but you might end up doing double the work because they're not up to par of what they're supposed to be doing. So for that reason, uh, I try to just stick with the apprentice that I have. There are times, like I said, lazy. No, Sasha Ice. You know what it is a lot of times they don't have the knowledge like I do. Everyone wasn't trained the same, and a lot of times, yes, they are lazy. They are lazy also. Um, they want stuff handed to them, right? And that's the problem. And but a lot of times I'm not sure what's really up with them. Up as a Mario. Thank you for checking in. as I know you're always there on the outside listening. Um, so yeah, Sasha, Ice. A lot of times, it's just they're not lazy. They just lack the experience. For instance, the uh, the job that I'm working at right now, I was going to hire another licensed journeyman to come in and give me a hand, and but his issue was he wanted the drawings um, to be able to do the work, and I simply said to him, "You don't need the drawings to be able to do your work. I don't need the drawings to be able to go into a home and wire it up. Um, that's what we went to school for. That's what we studied. The code book is there for our rules to follow. So I don't necessarily need a drawing to wire up a house. Um, but he needed a drawing for some reason. So I didn't think that it was a right fit for me in terms of if you happen to need the drawing to wire up a place and you cannot wire up the place on your own like you're supposed to and use the code book, then I didn't think it was a right fit for me. So so that's for that reason I don't you know when it comes to certain things, Sasha Ice, I will work alone, as it's much quicker for me to work alone on certain jobs that I'm doing. Um, but most of the time, I will have my apprentice with me. Like I said, yeah. So that's basically it, Sasha Ice. As much as I would like to work alone, um, the disadvantages of working alone in this day and age is very um, because like I said, anything can happen on the job, and you're left stranded on your own, pretty much. So that's the reality of it, pretty much for me. Um, I mean, so yeah, so it's 2 hours now, and uh, you see, that's the you know. So Brennan says, you know, yes, Sasha Ice, I'm going to end because I know Gaza Uncle is going to run off in life probably pretty soon. Yes, Azamari. Yes, Azamari. Um, I know Gaza Uncle is going to run off to life soon, and you know this is this is 2 hours, so it's my second longest life. So I guess my confidence is here now. So um, so I would like to yeah thank Sasha Ice for coming in. Yeah, 2 hours and counting, Sasha Ice is 2 hours and 6 minutes and 20 seconds right now that being on the live. So you know, I think I've gotten over my whatever issue I had of doing the live for 20 minutes and 30 seconds and 30 minutes before. So um, so yes, thank you for coming. Coming out and tuning into my live, Sasha Ice, and tell and also thank you Up Movement TV for tuning into my life, and Gazi Libra, and also as a Mario, respect for checking in, and I know you're always listening somehow, some way. So big respect for checking in, and for you guys to also support me and be able to give me the strength to just come on the live and be myself. So um, that's it. And yes, movement. I'm checking out right now. So it's 2 hours and 7 minutes and 57 seconds. So I'm checking out right now. So I was saying, thank you for tuning into my life and giving me the strength to be able to do this. And I guess I will see you guys on the next live and see you guys over at Gaza Uncle, which he's probably going live soon. Don't really know, but I'll soon find out. Um, so thank you guys again, and I will catch you guys on the next live.